So, what's Cuddle Party? What's Queer Cuddle Party? And why would we throw one? Hi, I'm Vega from Creative Encounters.
And I'm the Mighty Quinn.
The Mighty Quinn. And we are together the brain parents of a Queer Trans Cuddle Party that is coming up in like a month and a half. We thought it'd be a good idea to do a video real quick where we kind of talk about what it is and why we're doing it. So I'm going to start with Cuddle Party. Cuddle Party is a workshop where people get to come and have their need for touch met in a non-sexual environment. And before we start, one of the best parts of the workshop is that we spend about an hour to 45 minutes, depending on how things go, going over the rules of cuddling, because there's 11 rules that we go over. And we help you build skills and ways to think about saying yes, no, boundaries, consent, just general communication skills that definitely affected my life. Fun story, my father, wonderful human being, love him to death, conservative Mormon man, had to come to 2 cuddle parties before he believed that it was a non-sexual event and that we weren't waiting for him to leave the room before we started having an orgy. Cuddle parties are not an orgy. Really, truly, non-sexual event. It's a place where you get to come, have your need for touch met, and either build your skills for consent and communication, go over them, or be around people who are interested in learning about those sorts of things. Anything you want to add?
Consent is sexy.
Consent is sexy. Yeah. We're goofy.
Very goofy. And worse together. Yeah. Yeah.
And we're both going to be at the cuddle party. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what a cuddle party is. I want to add that there are a lot of folks doing a lot of things around touch and snuggling and cuddling in the area and the country and the world, and I think that's phenomenal. Cuddle Party itself, did I already say it's been around for 10 years?
Mm-mm.
Cuddle Party itself has been around for 10 years. There's a website, cuddleparty.com. It was started by a gentleman named Reed Mahalko, and it's designed so that anybody from any walk of life can come and attend this event, this workshop. Like I said, conservative Mormon father, wonderful human being. He loved it. He said at the end of the second cuddle party, everybody should have to go to one of these because the skills that you get to go over and learn are just phenomenal. Mm-hmm. They're great. So, Queer Trans Cuddle Party. What is it and why would we do one? I think this is where Quinn's story comes in, really.
So I was going to tell the story of my first cuddle party. When I went to my first cuddle party, I did know Vega already, which helped immensely. But, of course, you're always really nervous your first time just to see what it's about. And, because you have the own thoughts in your head. Is there going to be sex there? Are they lying? Is this a ruse? Yeah.
A ruse.
A ruse. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. And also, am I going to be the only queer or trans person there? And one of the first things that really got me comfortable was when Vega went around and did introductions. She asked pronouns, which is awesome because I prefer they or him. And I went with they that day because it is the closest to my truest self. I use him a lot just because it's easier sometimes. And there was definitely one person after we went through the consent workshop that was really, really interested in they as a pronoun and why I would use it and what that meant about me. And no ill intent by any means. But I was in the middle of transition and I was so exhausted with explaining everywhere I went to my friends, to my family, at work. I'd just come out of work, which was way more overwhelming than I thought it was going to be. And I was so burnt out about talking about gender, my gender, and the world's gender, and all of it put together. The last thing I wanted to do was talk. I literally wanted to come to the party and cuddle and get some close personal contact without sex and literally not say a word the entire party. So,
did that work out that way for you?
It did, actually. I'm like, listen to Vega. Vega said I'm allowed to say no. So the person asked, can I ask you about they pronouns? And I was really quiet for 20 seconds, and I said no. And I held it. And I do believe this person also asked me at the second party, and I again said no. Not because I'm not into education, but the cuddle party is where I go to de-stress and be held and hold other people,
It's a place where you get to take a day off.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3 hours, really. It's
Right.
a 3-hour workshop.
Right.
But it feels like a day.
It does. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's when I had the thought it would be really neat to have a queer or trans themed cuddle party that is still open to the rest of the community too, but with that part of the community in mind. So there's just one less thing you have to worry about.
Yeah.
And just to create a very safe space.
Yeah. So 2 things that brings up for me. First is we're using queer and trans.
Mm-hmm.
Quinn explained to me that queer and trans is being used as an umbrella
Mm-hmm.
for the alphabet stew, which has become the GLBTQAI
Z, Y, to the 3rd degree.
alphabet stew, like I said. And so we want to be as inclusive as possible. That also means if you're straight, if you're an ally, if you're figuring out your sexual identity,
Mm-hmm.
your gender orientation, you're non-binary, you're
Mm-hmm.
asexual, you just like cuddling and you want to hang out with cool people who enjoy back rubs and caresses and massages.
Mm-hmm.
And also,
Yeah.
please don't take this to mean that cuddle party is not a safe space. It's
Yes.
just, this is a space where we are specifically intending
Mm-hmm.
it for a community that is traditionally marginalized and has to hold their own sometimes in a normative space.
Mm-hmm.
And we wanted to have a space where you could just take a load off,
Mm-hmm.
come hang out and feel comfortable and safe. And like, we really are trying to make sure that we have your needs in mind, like having pronouns on your name tag. It doesn't happen when you go into school on the first day. So it's something we want to do for the community.
Yep. And to be able to express your gender in any way, shape, or form, even if it's something that you've never done in public or just never done at all, this is a place you can do that. And, you will be only met with positive, if we have anything to say about it, positive feedback.
Yeah. What were you saying earlier? Show up with glitter and a beard?
Yes.
Makeup and a beard?
Beautiful eye makeup and a beard.
Yeah.
Rock it. Rock
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Show up you.
We like it.
Be you. Come
Mhm.
hang out. Come cuddle.
Yeah.
And most beautiful part about Cuddle Party, one of my favorite rules is rule number 2. You don't ever have to cuddle with anybody at Cuddle Party ever. It's a place where you get to come and you get to choose what is right for you in that moment. And you may be super stoked on coming to cuddle, get there and be like, I don't want to cuddle with anybody.
All right. Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Another rule, you're allowed to change your mind.
Yeah.
Another rule, you have to get a verbal yes before you engage with physical contact with anybody. Another rule, if you're a maybe, say no. We go into depth on all of these.
Yeah.
You should come to the cuddle party if you're interested.
That's right. That's right.
So, Quinn, what's your favorite cuddle party rule?
Definitely the free to change your mind. I remember my first cuddle party, I cuddled with somebody that I definitely normally wouldn't, and it triggered something in me that I knew that I was not ready to have men behind me, and which was good, and it was something I continued to work on at cuddle parties. I tried having a man cuddle behind me, and now I'm good with it. So that's one thing that's really awesome.
We saw that the last cuddle party. I was so excited.
Right, is that I've worked through that. And in that first cuddle party, when I was triggered and wanted to, run away or do something in a fight or flight response, I was able to get up and step out of that situation. And we're also both there at the party. If something like that comes up and you want to step away and talk to one of us, that is also a part of cuddle party.
That is my job. I have been certified by the Cuddle Party board. There's a Cuddle Party board. I have been certified. I paid money for it. I've gone through really good training. I've been vetted. I had to go through cuddle parties where people rated me, gave me responses, told me what I did good, what I did bad. Yeah, things you learn, right?
Cool.
There's a whole process to becoming an official Cuddle Party facilitator. Again, why I differentiate between the other touch events that are happening, which I think are fabulous, and this beautiful workshop that I hold very near and dear to my heart. Yeah.
So come cuddle with us.
Yeah. So we hope that you come. We're bringing a Queer Trans Cuddle Party to the Denver area mid-February. Hopefully it will be the first of many.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Quinn?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, we hope that you have a cuddly and consensual night, whenever you're watching this.
Right.
Yeah. Bye, my world.
Bye.